and welcome to a little brief look at Roadcraft. Oh my god, are you prepared to lose like 2,000 hours of your life? I mean, that's what this game is, and it's got all those hallmarks of your Factorios, your Satisfactories, your SnowRunners, all those things, as this game is incredibly chill and has that satisfaction of like, oh, that was cool. I'm so glad I did that. I got it working. What is Roadcraft? The basic premise is you are the contractor that is sent into various parts of the world, from deserts and things like that to North Africa is where I was, after a major environmental disaster. So it's hurricanes and things that have swept through North Africa, and you clean it up and you fix the area. And in order to do so, you have to use every kind of mega machine man vehicle that exists. Bulldozers, asphalt layers, steamrollers, dump trucks, the whole thing, and also set up supply routes so you can have resources be delivered. Your cranes, your mega cranes, your freight trains, and all this kind of stuff. So you have to get it all set up. This game was it was a sponsored stream, not this video. They don't ask for a video made of it, but I want to give a video on any game we played, especially because I'm not beholden to a positive or negative review in any way. And I thought it was a meme when Nupps came to me. I thought it was like, you just know that the audience is going to be so mad while watching me play this. Because I'm going to do things that are not their vision, especially with a freely constructible world, which this is. You can kind of do whatever the hell you want anywhere you want to do it. You can build bridges across the, bridges across the lakes, all sorts of things, and set up better logistics for the whole area and reopen the schools and things like that. I was like, people are going to be so mad. It's like, maybe, but also, you do kind of like these games. I'm like, I do. I had a great time with Factorio. I want to get back to Satisfactory. Yes, I do very much enjoy these things. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I actually jumped into this earlier than like what they asked. They usually ask like 2 hours when it's a sponsor stream. I was like, I want to play this now. I want to have fun. This looks really fun. I think we're having a good time, and it's multiplayer, which we did later on. How is it? It's really good. If you're into this kind of sim get things done type approach and using big machinery, you're gonna have a great time with it. If this, as Chris put it, is like, I don't get it. Chris came in after he played it. He was like, I'm glad people like it. I don't get it. I was like, this is like the next level up for people who like Euro Truck Simulator. If you like Euro Truck and you just like driving around doing cool stuff, this is the next level up because you now mix in construction and things like that. What did I do? I got stuck a lot. There's the vehicles are very simple to use, relatively speaking to what they are, but the terrain is screwed, absolutely screwed. So your basic idea is when you reach an area that's been devastated, is that you have this like big 4x4 truck, like full America big style truck, and you've got to work your way to the various areas and then implement the machinery to make it passable by everybody else, right? The public, they all don't have these giant mega trucks. And immediately I got stuck in so many pits. Like was dangling off rocks, was just wedged in wood, because if you drive in the rain, you act, and it's really wet and sodden, you will cut mud trails through everything because it's a mud road, and make it much harder to traverse the next time, or you'll sink and your tires will spin. And even though you've got like all-wheel drive and slip differential and you've got a low gear mode, I ended up using my winch, attaching to various trees, and like dragging myself out to the point of annoyance by other people who are like, he's totally screwed. He's going to have to reset and remove and all this kind of stuff. And I managed to get myself out of nearly every situation that I ended up stuck in, and get to the area where you want to do, where it then opened up into what you need to do, which is set up, fix the roads. Like that was a big one, was fix the roads. And you've got like sand quarries and stuff nearby, so you get your dump truck, you fill it with sand, and then you tip the truck up and you drive forward and you lay a smooth bit of sand, and then you get your bulldozer and you smooth it all out. And that's where the appeal of the game is you look back on your great works and you're like, that is an awesome road. And as somebody who does like, building games, I was like, that is legit, man. I was so proud of my road. And then it gets you is that you want to do every road at this point. You absolutely want to do every road because like this muddy bit is garbage, right? This bit is absolute trash that you're working through. I was surprised how quickly within the first sort of 3 hours I had access to They give you stuff really quickly to make sure. This is actually kind of what I've been telling Blizzard is you need to give these tools and functions very quickly, otherwise people lose interest. If you're stuck with like the truck and the bulldozer and the dump truck for too long, you're just going to be like, I want to play with the other stuff. Within the first 3 hours, I had asphalt so I could lay paved road, steamroller, bulldozer, dump truck, mobile crane, giant port crane, freight crane, mobile vehicle support, which is super important, vehicle transport truck, because things like steamrollers and asphalt pressers are slow, but you can put them on the back of a transport lorry and move them around. I had a huge list of vehicles within the first 3 hours. And they then started to simplify certain things. Like they also revealed then is like, if you find it a little too laborious, you can automate some of the vehicles to do parts of this for you. Because you have, you're in charge, you're the boss, and Kelly is your dispatcher. She's along for the ride. They will automate some stuff for you. If some of you will take great pride in like doing it all yourself and getting it just right, or you can just get the NPCs to do some of it for you and speed the whole process up, especially if the job is a bit tedious. Although, I will say this, one of the side objectives was like, if we establish a logistical pathway between X and Y, then we'll get a steady supply of concrete, which is going to enable you to build way more bridges and things like that. This is a good thing to have, because you have resource depots located around, and they're shared like a Resident Evil item box. You drop them in one place, you can access them anywhere. So I was like, sick. Let's do that. The only problem is there was essentially, not a river, but like a very large puddle, like deep puddle, that was between that logistics path. And the solution is to pour sand into it to get rid of all the water and then smooth it out. It was going to take, I think it took 16 trucks of sand to fill this thing in. But you kind of get that determination. It's like, when this is done, it's going to be so cool. If you're into this kind of thing, and I totally am. So I was like, I'm getting to work on this. Like, they wanted me to build a bridge in game. I was like, the bridge is great, but this road is going to be crisp. This is going to be so good. So I got my dump truck from the sand quarry, and I was dropping stuff off. And that's when Nupps called me, and he's like, do you want me to jump in and we can help this out? I'll run the bulldozer, and you run the sand truck. And it's like, that's the next level of fun. It's 4-player co-op. That's what we did. I was running sand backwards and forwards. He was in his bulldozer, and he's moving boulders and stuff out of the way to create this really clear road, and then dumping it in and then smoothing the sand over to get a really nice, clean road. And we did it. And then you have the real nightmare is you set the route up, and you can be very precise. You have to be very precise with this because there's tight things to negotiate. We had to drive them around a beachhead. So you want to make sure the trucks can get around. Is you get that message about 20 minutes later saying something's gone wrong, and you'll check, and there'll be a truck that's fallen into the ocean. And you're like, uh-oh, what happened there? Or they'll run into an issue somewhere else. One of the issues I ran into is gravity's a very real thing. And if I bumped my truck at any point, my sand would fall out of the top because it was filled up. And that eventually create a sandbank in the middle of the road, which my logistics trucks could not negotiate and were tipping over in the street. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So we've got to get the bulldozer out and fix that stuff up. And that's the game. That's what it is. There's nothing. It's a simple premise done really well graphically, and you will know if this appeals to you. You will absolutely know, because you know when you get in here. It's one of those that has like objectives, which are pretty easy to complete. Very similar to 2 Point Hospital. That's done. Do you want to continue on and do way more? And you can do that as well. If you're into this, which I am, this is a game that I said I can't really play on stream because this is probably like 2,000 hours of work. And it's essentially going to be like bulldozing and just, building walls and things like that. And I will have a great time. Not the most stimulating viewing experience, especially for a more active stream like I try to run. So probably not. But yeah, I would play the hell out of this when I'm older and, retired. Or if I was watching a lot of streams like in the evening. And this is what feedback I had from Bex, who plays a ton of Euro Truck while streams are on. She just chills out and drives around in Euro Truck. This is perfect. Looking for something to... You'll know it if you see it. If it's not into it, that's fine too. But they've done a really good job with this. I want to play more. It's just not for the stream. Unfortunate, but that does not mean it's a bad game. I hope that makes sense to you. So Roadcraft, good fun. Have a look at it. Take it easy. Bye, guys.